Well, great evening, great evening, great evening, and welcome to Pink and Poppin. I have been talking a lot. Seems a little tongue-tied. So, welcome to tonight. I'm so excited because Jeannie and I are partnering. I'm just telling you up front, this is a recording because my granddaughters it's that time of year, right? We have the spring concerts, band and choir. How you guys have got a child or a grandchild or a niece or nephew, whatever it may be, that is participating in something? May is full of those things, right? May is full of that. Not kidding. This week we had an NJHS event on Monday. We have both granddaughters, our older granddaughters, band and choir. Next week, our youngest son graduates from college. The week after that, we have a niece and a nephew that graduates, and our granddaughter graduates from 8th grade. Of course, you throw Memorial Day in there, the fact that we're celebrating teachers today, the fact that we start celebrating nurses and medical next. It is just a whirlwind, right? It's always amazing to me. We think of Christmas and we think of it as a season, and we're like, oh, we go from Thanksgiving and all the way through the New Year's. But I got to tell you, once April hits, between student testing, proms, getting ready for graduation, all of those things, it is just, and that's not even the topic for tonight. I had promised y'all that I would talk a little bit about, why am I recording? So I'm doing that. But Jeannie is actually going to be here to chat with you guys. So be sure and show up and chat long and chat often. So there you go. We want to talk about tonight some of the spring colors, spring, summer. Specifically, I'm going to talk about the color. I don't even remember the name. It's a white. That is the color for 2026, not just for spring, not just for summer, not just for fall, all the way through. All the way through. And I will remember the actual name of it and get that out to you guys. But that is the conversation. That is the conversation, is that color right there. And when you're using, so I have a white jacket. Actually, I have two white jackets that I wear all the time. One's lighter for summer, one's heavier for fall, winter. I wear a white jacket all the time, but it really becomes a conversation of what is your white? Even this, right? That's off. That's a really blue white or blue. This has more warm tones, right? Your light can make a difference as to what your white should look like. And so it makes a huge difference. Is it more of a cream white? Is it more of a bright white? Is it more of a soft white? Is it a more of a white that's got deep blue in that got more blue to it? Or is it more that it's got a yellow base to it, right? There's all kinds of whites out there, just like there. I think black is the only thing that is black as black as black, right? When you do black right. So there you go. And I'm going to talk over this month about the other additional colors that are designed to complement that are specifically for spring and summer. But I do want to say to you, there's a couple of things going on. Be sure to get a really good feel. I have never said to myself, I can't wear white. I never thought I'd hear somebody else tell me they can't wear white. But really what it comes down to is they don't know what shade of white. Again, light makes a difference. That's a very blue, bright light. That's no light at all. That's a different light. This is the warmer light, right? Every one of those lights makes a difference. And I have a tendency to go there. Just saying. So if you don't have any white in your wardrobe, if you're one of those gals that wears black all the time, I'm giving you permission to add something in there in the white category. So that's number one. Number two, in partnership with that, let's talk about the new foundations. I know I've talked about them before. I am going to keep talking about them. Why? Because there's more to it, guys. There are so many. Oh my gosh, we now have pink undertone. We have light yellow undertone. We have more of a peach undertone. We have a red undertone. There's lots of undertones. So I ended up using a different computer tonight. So I was going to share where to find the AI tool, which is in your consultant's My Shop page. So I'm going to include My Shop here. Jeannie's going to include her My Shop here. So if you don't have a consultant or your consultant's no longer active for whatever reason, you can go in. Now, there are some tips for that. You want to be completely clean and really, truly, you want your hair pulled back. And I would wear a neutral or white, or better yet, do it in your bathroom, bra straps only. And that way, all it is skin that's showing. And take that AI tool, and you can use your phone, right? You can use your phone, use your My Shop, and you can scan your skin. And it will either give you one or it'll give you two, I think it is, foundation shades to work with. But better than that, guys, is to schedule with your consultant. And again, if your skin consultant is inactive or not pursuing right now, then reach out to Jeannie or I, and let's really talk about getting together and doing some stripe testing. I did stripe testing all this last weekend. It was really fun. This is how you really are benefiting us when you allow us to stripe test, because we get better. And what is stripe testing? It's really right here, guys. Really, really, really. It's this area right here, because you can see that this area for me is a little pinker. And so I want to stripe test so there's no line there. So how do I create that look? One, you want a foundation that really matches your skin tone. So it's not only about the level of color. I think I talked about this before. You could be light, you could be medium, you can be deep. So your skin tone, I'm right on the edge of light and medium. I'm right on the edge of light and medium. And then it's your undertones. And that's where the yellow or the neutral or the pink or the orange or the whatever, peach, all those colors come into play. And you really want to know what that looks like so that you can get a flawless finish. But there are some professional tips to make sure not only do you have the flawless finish, but you have a finish that you really want. And I want a luminous finish. Now, if you want a matte finish, I actually think a matte finish is much easier to accomplish. I think a matte finish is much easier to accomplish. But luminous is what is in. Luminous in. It is. So, what do you need to do? Here are some things that actually make a difference. Number one, hydrate. A plump, moisturized base makes skin look fresh before foundation. This girl has layers and layers of hydration going on. I know for some of you, you're like, I don't want to work that hard. Okay, I got it. I'm just letting you know. Moisture. Number two, choose a luminous foundation and then apply in thin layers. That's where I screwed up. So I was doing the layers because you can't feel it. Oh my gosh, you can layer and layer and layer, and I will do that next week. You can layer and layer and layer. Actually, I'll just add an extra video. You can, did I mention you can layer? But I ended up, I did it too fast. So there is a little bit of time in this. So remember this, very thin layers. I overdid the layers. It was really easy. Heavy coverage adds years. Light coverage takes them off. All right, brighten under the eyes and on age spots with concealer or our under eye corrector. I used our under eye corrector. Brightness reads as awake. Awake reads as youthful, which is another reason why I always end with my liner going up so that I always look awake. Just an FYI. Powder lightly and only on shiny spots. Too much powder settles in fine lines and ages the look. And I got to tell you guys, that's where I struggle. I love to be able to powder right under here so that none of this travels. And then I end up looking old and tired. It is a struggle for women of a unique age. So I'm taking a Q-tip now and I'm patting it right up underneath my lashes. and then right in through here so that I don't interrupt the luminous that I've created. Add a touch of highlighter on the cheeks. Now tonight I used our powder highlighter. What I prefer is an actual highlighter. I prefer the liquid because it gives me that glow. So, which steps are you most likely to skip? Mine is powder. If I've created my luminous and I think it's going to interfere with that luminous, I don't powder, and I use the translucent. Now, having said that, right here they are. Look. Having said that, as it gets warmer, I will powder just with that in mind. I do want to remind you, look at that. Look at that. I now take it and I just do this. I'm doing that. Yeah, with that needle nose, right? Because our concealer has a needle nose too. Our under eye corrector has a needle nose too. So that is how I'm using that. Then, hold please. Hold please. I do want to share. Oh my gosh, let me see if I can figure this out. Guys, I've got multiple computers going on, and I think last week I talked about getting hacked. So anyway, okay. So there you go. With that, I also want to mention, hold on, that, and here's some other tips, and they're posted on my Facebook page here. So how to apply, right? Go for a dewy or luminous foundation. Apply in thin layers. We've already talked about that. So your real skin peeks through. This makeup can add, thick makeup can add years. So I'm really careful about that. All right, brighten where it counts. Concealer, right? Under eye corrector, right? Only powder lightly. Only powder lightly. And then the highlighter. So there you go. Those are my tips. I have to tell you, what we're going to do next week is I'm actually going to play with it, and then I'm going to show you how I'm using these, which are our new, oh my gosh, guys, these are selling, our new blush sticks. And I love sticks. I really do. I love sticks. So number one, if you've never been professionally matched, girl, reach out today and let's get you booked for a professional match. Number two, you can use the AI tool in our My Shop, and yeah, we can talk about getting you a sample and then doing a Zoom, and you can still be professionally matched in the comfort of your own home. Number three, just be aware of how you apply it. And so today would have been a great day for me to do layers. I was out the door by 6:30. And other than adding a little lip color, I did for y'all, I added some highlighter, but that was it. So there you go. So this would have been a great day to build it. Sorry, y'all. And to do that. Be careful with powder, especially if you're a woman of a classical age. Be careful with powder because it does age you. And then add that glow. And so next week I'll have some posts going, some videos going, all of those different looks and those fun things. So there you go. And then finally, guys, white. Again, right? You can decide just looking at me. There's no light. Well, there's light. It's just not the direct light. This is the one that's the one I don't tendency to do. This is the one I have a tendency to do. Let's find your white. And that way you can be, because there is nothing like a crisp white shirt. I'm just saying, a crisp white shirt. If you have any questions, I hope you're chatting with Jeannie as this gets played. And remember, blessings are chasing you down. Today is the day the Lord hath made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for joining me tonight. I can't wait to see your comments. Be sure and let me know which one of these are you most likely to forget And which one do you need to get better at? There you go. We'll talk to y'all later. Have a great evening. And if you've got a graduate or something in that nature, share that in the comments. We want to celebrate that too.